Imagine a world where the boundaries of human biology are challenged, where the miracle of life transcends the limitations of gender. In this alternate reality, men possess the extraordinary ability to conceive, nurture, and bring forth life. This intriguing concept may seem unconventional and thought-provoking, evoking a multitude of emotions, perceptions, and social dynamics. In this video, we can explore the possibilities that unfold when men can become pregnant. The advent of male pregnancy would undoubtedly shatter traditional gender norms and expectations. It would demand a radical reimagining of societal constructs, as men would navigate the realms of pregnancy, childbirth, and nurturing. This new dynamic would usher in a profound shift in family structures and redefine the roles of fathers, creating a more equitable and inclusive society. So, before we delve into the possibility of male pregnancy, let us embark on an awe-inspiring exploration of the extraordinary process of pregnancy, delving into the intricate steps that bring forth life. Pregnancy begins with the union of two tiny cells, an exquisite fusion of life's building blocks. A single sperm cell perseveres through a labyrinth of obstacles, racing towards an awaiting egg. Upon successful fertilization, a new chapter unfolds, and the process of pregnancy commences. Once the fertilized egg implants itself within the uterine wall, an astonishing transformation begins. The placenta, a wondrous organ, develops to provide nourishment and oxygen to the growing embryo. The mother's body adapts, orchestrating a symphony of hormonal changes to create the optimal environment for the tiny life-taking root within her. As the weeks pass, the embryo evolves into a fetus, transforming at an astounding pace. Organs take shape, limbs form, and a delicate heartbeat resonates. Each milestone heralds new wonders as the nervous system develops, senses awaken, and a unique identity begins to emerge. The concept of pregnancy without a uterus may sound like an impossibility. After all, for centuries, the uterus has been hailed as the sacred vessel of life, the nurturing haven where the miracle of conception takes root and flourishes. However, the boundaries of science and the limitless capabilities of the human spirit have led us to question whether pregnancy could be possible beyond the confines of the uterus. Imagine a world where a uterus is not the sole prerequisite for pregnancy, where the longing for a child can transcend biological limitations. Pioneering research and technological breakthroughs have given birth to new possibilities, offering hope to countless individuals yearning to experience the miracle of childbirth. At the heart of this groundbreaking endeavor lies the advent of artificial wombs. In these wondrous creations, gestation transcends the confines of the human body, allowing life to flourish beyond the limits imposed by biology. Artificial wombs, also known as ectogenesis chambers, represent a quantum leap in reproductive medicine, challenging the conventional notions of pregnancy. They provide a nurturing environment that replicates the intricacies of the uterine environment, supporting the growth and development of an embryo with unparalleled precision. The idea of an artificial womb has been around for centuries, but it has only been in recent years that scientists have begun to make real progress in developing such a technology. In 2017, a team of researchers created an artificial womb that was able to successfully support the growth of premature lambs. This was a major breakthrough, and it raised the possibility that artificial wombs could one day be used to gestate human babies. So, could an artificial womb be placed in a man for pregnancy? It is a possibility, but there are a number of challenges that would need to be overcome first. One of the biggest challenges to creating an artificial womb for men is the need to replicate the hormonal environment of the female body. In order for a fetus to develop normally, it needs to be exposed to certain hormones, such as estrogen and progesterone. These hormones are produced by the ovaries in women, but there is no equivalent organ in men. However, scientists are working on ways to artificially produce these hormones and deliver them to the fetus in an artificial womb. They are also developing ways to mimic the physical environment of the womb, such as the temperature, pH, and oxygen levels. If these challenges can be overcome, then it is possible that an artificial womb could be placed in a man for pregnancy. However, there are still many ethical and legal questions that would need to be addressed before this could become a reality. While the idea of artificial wombs within men raises exciting possibilities, it also raises a host of ethical considerations. Society would need to navigate complex debates surrounding parenthood, identity, and the very essence of what it means to be human. Questions about the emotional and psychological impact on both the expectant mother and the biological father would arise, necessitating careful consideration and extensive research. Additionally, the legal and social frameworks governing parenting, custody, and child-rearing would need to adapt to accommodate this paradigm shift. In addition to the ethical and legal challenges, there are also some practical challenges that would need to be overcome in order to place an artificial womb in a man. For example, the artificial womb would need to be large enough to accommodate a growing fetus, and it would need to be connected to the man's circulatory system so that the fetus could receive oxygen and nutrients. Only time will tell if artificial wombs will become a reality and the possibility of male pregnancy. But the research in this area is certainly promising. It is an exciting development that has the potential to change the world in many ways. I know that this topic is a bit complicated and may create questions on the possibility of male pregnancy. But as science and technology is evolving rapidly, and the research on the creation of an artificial womb is in its development, a thought-provoking content is inevitable. What is your opinion on male pregnancy? Don't forget to mention it in the comments section below. Until next time, be curious.